Hey everyone, Craig here, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk 76. Just a couple of little things I want to go over before we get started. Starting with, you'll notice we didn't upload last week, and that was just because I accidentally forgot to put my audio sharing settings on, and the audio didn't record. So, yeah. So we remade the episode this week, and we've uploaded it on Friday just to change things up because we decided it'd be better doing it on Fridays so that we can discuss the Inside the Vaults, which I know we discussed before, saying, we didn't want it to change our opinions on what we were talking about, but I feel like, you'll understand, we've kind of restructured things these past couple episodes. We're finally sort of settled into a position where we're happy with the way we're doing things. It'll usually follow the same format from here on out. Stay around to the end. We should have some highlights from Nuclear Winter. But yeah, roll the intro. So here we are with the Nuclear Winter episode. As introduced earlier, I'm here with Price, Stacks, and Gear. Convict couldn't make it this week. So, start off, just the usual, get a quick catch up. What you guys been up to?
I've been grinding for this glowing skeleton for a long time, and I finally got it. Also leveling up my low-level character.
I'm still raw on the whole spooky outfit thing. But yeah, low-level characters. There's been a lot of people doing low-level characters recently.
Yeah, it kind of gives a good thing to do while we wait for some stuff, and I've been using it to start up another character build.
What about the rest of you guys? What have you guys been up to?
Well, I got a haircut. It's now purple instead of darker purple.
Oh.
Oh. What about you, Stacks? What have you been up to?
The usual. Just messing around. Adventure. I actually started doing Nuclear Winter since I'm kind of more able to do it with the team. I actually want to do it at the same time.
Yeah,
regardless of the challenges.
Yeah, regardless of the challenges, which we'll probably talk about, because I'm sure that's a bit of an. That's one way to put it. It's a hot topic. Let's just put it like that. But yeah, sweet. So, with it being the Nuclear Winter episode, I want to just to sort of start off talking about. We'll take it from the start. We'll talk about the launch and stuff like that. So, going on the launch, how do you guys feel like the launch of Nuclear Winter went? With the beta launch. It was technically. Yeah, just. Sorry, I don't know what was going with there, but yeah, Nuclear Winter launch.
Personally, when it launched, I wasn't expecting it to be only squads. I thought that there would be more of a solo thing, and then probably adding in squads later, but it was actually just full on it's squads. I was kind of disappointed to that aspect of it though, because I would prefer to play solo in some aspects of it, but in reality, it's not there, and they still haven't added it in yet. But but I'm still happy with what we got at launch for it.
Yeah, I like the launch. At first, the launch was like, I was like, this is like a battle royale. This feels like Fallout. Yeah, it was like one of those things where it's like, I don't feel the same way. It was weird. There's plenty of things that separate it now, but it's like, they announced as a battle royale. I'm not really big on battle royale games, but I'm kind of liking Nuclear Winter now.
I mean, the launch, when you think about it, it was actually pretty well received when it launched, and I remember the trailer. The trailer was really good. The Ring of Fire and all that jazz. But
They had
Yeah.
the free week. They had the free week, and that was a really good timing too. That was like
I think
people
that
actually bought the game.
it brought a lot of people in, and I think it really needed that after the sort of shaky launch. You know, it needed that sort of increase, and I think you need to do a
Yeah.
lot more like sort of free weekends and stuff like that. Yeah, the launch, I think in general, it was pretty well received because really we were only supposed to get it for like a week or something, and then people liked it that much. So like, hey, you know what? We'll just leave the servers up and let you keep playing, sort of thing.
I think they were kind of more expecting a buggier happenings. Like I think they're more expecting like this is what we have. We know it works. Most of the time when we tested it, it's just what if it doesn't after this week, and what if it's kind of bad and shaky? We need to change a lot of stuff. They didn't have to change that much. Like a few weapons balancing, where they drop, random deaths and everything, kind of just normal things for the engine.
Yeah, it's weird. They almost kind of nailed it first time around, which I thought was kind of odd. But
Surprising.
yeah, like given how everything else is kind of launched, but when you actually look back at it, most of the new content that has launched in terms of quests and like events and stuff has launched in a pretty good sort of form when you really think.
Yeah, the lying low
Minus,
quest one.
minus the vaults. Minus the vaults.
In the vault, I mean, it was just server limitations. People still do them. The people that complain that they're too hard, it's difficult. People are wanting hardcore servers. I wish it could be more accessible to, like, it's a big thing. Everybody waited for it, so I think it should be something for everybody.
Yeah, like
That's my opinion.
there should be a raid version, and then there should just be like a standard, exploration version where you can just go in.
Dungeon version, kind of like just
Yeah.
an interior cell version.
Have it just be like a dungeon, like the burrows or the
Yeah,
yeah. We just go through around and look around. And when I think of a raid, we have the concept of a raid taken in from our heads from Destiny and the Division and such, when we think, oh, there's going to be this big, large boss at the end that you have to kill, and it drops this exclusive weapon, and in the end of some of them, it's just a 3-star legendary, and you get some of the script to make one armor set, no special weapons or anything. Which, yeah, but
it's raids done Fallout style, really. That's the best way to describe it.
Everything they release is kind of unique to its own nature.
At the same time, I don't feel like I have to do the vault raids, and I don't feel like I'm missing out by not doing them all the time.
right.
Yeah, no, man. On the other side of it, people are like, "Oh, I did all this work, and it's not even the best armor in the game." And it's like, it's
but
not a
you can say
guarantee.
you've done it. You've got
Yeah,
that
it's
badass
like
set of armor that
A
you can show
flex,
off.
and then they have the power armor, and it does like acid damage as a full set. I think that's a bonus. And people are talking about this is going to introduce legendary power armor, and then they basically exploited it. They used the acid damage against its own system, and by the time a lot of people could get it, they actually kind of handled it. They made it so it was a reasonable amount instead of a bugged out exploited damage number.
So we've talked about the launch and how it kind of how it began basically, and so I'd like to talk a bit more about how they've changed it and the current state of the game. So in terms of the new map, let's talk a bit about the new map, the changes to the loot tier system and stuff like that.
Right.
It's definitely a diverse. Morgantown's more of a diverse map.
It is different.
I like it.
I personally enjoy fighting in the city. I don't know why. I just do. I just like urban environments.
It's not that I don't mind Morgantown. It's just I had to play on that repeatedly in order to get the glowing skeleton, so it gets tiring. I feel like it would have been nice to see more variation of Morgantown and the other map. How with I'm not expecting PUBG types of quality with this game, but in terms of putting the Morgantown map in what was the other area? What was the specific name for it?
Flatwoods.
River Gorge.
The River Gorge area, and the what's the word? just it's different. Like if you log into a new lobby, you're not always going to get the same map. You'll either get one or the other.
Yeah, cycling out maps would be really good. I guess as much as like when Morgantown first came, I was like, oh god, I don't want to play in freaking Flatwoods or Gorge. I don't want to drop in the same place at Vault Tech Ag every single day. And now we're to the point where we drop at Port Side every single time. But now, I mean, I'd like to see some new stuff. I mean, like it shook up everybody because everybody had their strategies and everything. And it's like, oh, we got to find a new strategy now.
Yeah.
I guess that would come into you'd really need to have more than 2 maps though, because you'd always just be going back and forth, you know.
There's
I like
a
to see
third one, and I don't know if it's completed, but it was in the files, I think.
Charleston?
But yeah, Charleston.
So
I would like to see the Mire. I think that would be interesting because it's all dark.
Yeah, if you could find a place, that'd be good. It'd be like a jungle map more so. Like,
yeah, it's really dark. You won't be able to see people that much.
Savage Divide would be fun. It's just flat open area.
yeah, I think based off the size of currently the Roman maps, you could have Valley Galleria, Harper's Ferry, and the Red Rocket in the same area. And I think that's also what they might be doing. They might look at putting Red Rockets in every map that they have.
Watoga, man. I still want
Watoga. Watoga is nice. I would like that. That elevated type gameplay. Like, you know how many people are going on Badaya falling?
Verticality, you know, like fighting on the rooftops, fighting on the monorail, fighting, you know what I mean? Just
that would be cool. That would be interesting.
Right you, but you can't hit them because it's just like I can't.
That would be. Like, I would actually like to see that because that would kind of remind me of the I'm going to compare it to PUBG. There's I think it's called Sanook. Sanook is like the smallest map in PUBG. It's like a small island.
I know exactly.
Just to kind of to see all of Watoga be that.
I could see them going in the direction of less than 52 players in favor of gameplay. Like, just smaller scale maps, quicker games.
I think Charleston's going to be an interesting one because it is supposed to be a smaller, quick game focus. So
cut it in half, 26. Yeah, Nuclear Winter, the way their servers are set up, I could really see it turning. It could probably lead to maybe even team death matches like they had it planned in the very beginning of Fallout. Or they're probably going to add.
Make it happen.
Team death matches. Go into a lobby. Get rid of Hunter.
When Wastelanders comes out, you know, just have it like Wastelanders versus Raiders.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
Alliance versus Coalition.
I'd play that. Alright.
Yeah.
So, moving on. I'd like to talk things you'd like to see in Nuclear Winter.
I like to see the removal of frog legs from the perk card system because of how much of a terrible perk it is.
Yeah.
And how OP it is. They need to get rid of it and replace it with something else that doesn't require you to jump and spam a grenade launcher at the other person's feet.
Get rid of it, replace it with the marsupial mutation serum and a crit. Problem solved.
Yeah, I would prefer that.
While it's in the game, I'm fine with people using it. Same thing with the comics. So he's like, I'm going to use it because the rest is it. I think it's bull. I think it's BS. I think it's just one of those things. Like if you're getting shot at, you just press X and you walk while you're in the middle of the air after you jump. Because it's really hard to track people when they're jumping around like that. It still is. That initial jump can really mess you up if they get a chance. They get another like second and a half to turn around to find where you are.
Mix the jumping up with a fucking grenade launcher. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the fact that with this game, you can basically change direction of your jump midair, like just pivot around. It's really hard when they get a second long in the air.
I think I'd quite like to see, with Wastelanders coming, I'd quite like to see like NPCs. You know, like you'd just be like running around and
shit,
there's a bunch of fucking raiders in that sort of house. You know.
Huh.
Yeah, but if you get killed by a bot, you know,
it would be embarrassing. But hey.
Embarrassing. No, I'd like to see like for that Charleston map, just make it so that like you're playing against like raiders are around, and it's like you can put like 20 people on that map, but it can still be 52 players. Nice. Of course, not make them as like reactable and good as that, because some other games put in bots to fill servers, and sometimes initially they would have caused a lot of problems because they do they'd be replicating player movement, which would be very bad
Just frog legs everywhere.
because they're just server side.
Anyone got anything else you'd like to see in Nuclear Winter?
More.
I'd like to see.
Sorry, go on.
I would like to see more challenges, but done in a better way.
I see more challenges. Just the same. Like I feel like double XP weekends should coincide with challenges and kind of be more like at the same time. But I do like challenges. They kind of give you more incentive to go in there.
I feel like more. They should,
Plus,
I know,
it's
it's,
good.
I know people are gonna go, "Oh no," when I say it, but something similar to like a season battle pass sort of thing. Where there's different each month. There's like a set of rewards, and you can grind through the XP to get those rewards before the end of the month, and then it resets next month, and it's a different bunch of shit.
But here's the thing with that. I'm tired of the battle pass system in a way when it comes to only doing it in battle royale. It's because it's like everybody's doing it now, and it works. It works really well. I would just like to see a battle pass that would probably work in both Nuclear Winter and Adventure.
Other ways to get overseer points, which I would hope that level up your overseer points by doing like the team death matches if they ever had them. No, like we basically already have that battle pass system. It's just more spaced out. We only had the vault taking university drops. And we only had the Halloween drops.
Yeah, they need to do more.
It's kind of like just an XP leveling base thing, It's just like they could.
I'd rather do a set of challenges to get one large item rather than just the grind of XP to get it.
Yeah, like give us like win 3 matches, shit like that.
Right.
I could get into that.
I could see keeping it XP and maybe even like kill like 3 Mongols and kind of light stuff along with that. But I think they keep the XP because I think it's really hard to get wins if you don't have like a full team. And there are often times where it is difficult to get wins. Like even some days for us, it's kind of like sometimes we get a lot of good wins, and then some days it's like we keep making it to the top 10, and then somebody comes in, just catches off guard.
Right.
What
So
about
I think
weapons?
it's kind of hard to get wins on some day.
If you could add a weapon,
Yeah, there's a good like slew of weapons. I think there's a good slew of weapons. They added the Gauss rifles and what else did they add? Handmaids are a little more common for me now. They've added a few weapons. I just can't point them out right now. I think.
Yeah, I think they've
I know the
changed.
Gauss rifles.
I think they've changed the loot pools. When they updated with the loot tier system.
Yeah,
Right.
and I like how the loot tier system they went at as we're not actually changing any of the damage numbers. We're just letting you know what's valuable and what's not. What comes from what. Because I haven't really noticed anything different about loot tiers. I think they just add more color
what's
and
rare.
flare. You know color and flare, like
stuff.
you might want to use this, Chief.
So this
Right.
this is a pretty good fucking weapon. Yeah. So is there anything, any sort of bugs or anything that happens in it that you'd like to fix?
Nothing that I can think of
It
comes to mind.
While it doesn't affect us mostly because we're on PS4, the hacking problem on the PC.
Yeah, that really
Pretty
does need
sure
addressed.
it's still going on.
That's one of those things where I get why they're silent, given the nature of what it is. They can't really say much because if they're like, "Oh, hey, we're doing this to fix this hack or this to fix this exploit," then they're just basically giving information to the people they're trying to stop.
Hackers listen just as well as the people that want it fixed, man.
Yep.
And a lot of people work their ass off to find out how to break the game.
Those people make money off it, man. It's an industry.
Yeah. People make money off it, you say?
Yeah, man. Like, people sell
I might drop some money on a piece. I'm kidding. Nah.
Wait, you guys are getting paid?
people pay to power level on PC. People are like, okay, yeah, you join me. It's like, I'll kill everybody and you get a free one. And it's like, we just do it 10 minutes each. And it's like, they charge like $10 to $20 on a piece. Like, Some people just don't really care. It's like, it ruins the fun of some people. So it kind of is one of the things that they need to like. I'm pretty sure they are prioritizing it. It's one of those things that they've actually released some statements on FO76 talking about the bans and everything. It kind of.
It's hard. I mean, it's a hard thing because, like I said, you don't want to give away too much information.
Right.
But you want to let your community know that you are doing something. But if you're vague, the community is going to go, "Oh, they're probably doing nothing. They're just trying to keep us happy." You can't win.
Intentionally vague, yeah.
And I think that's why they've kind of these past few weeks with all the the controversy around Fallout First and the likes, they've kind of just kept their heads down, and that's 101. That's basics. If the community's angry, don't interact with them. Let them calm down.
If you're dealing with rational people, there's gonna be irrational people that notice it, and you're like, our battle will be legendary, and then they never respond. They get all mad because like they didn't respond to me lashing out at them. Damn it.
I mean, we talk how I can understand how with a situation like this, we can expect them to not respond because, of course, that's basically saying how, like, let's say you have a bunch of drug dealers in a compound that's like going on a live television report saying, yeah, we're going to raid everyone, these specific addresses, etc. But then there's like a certain amount, not regarding bugs, like all the stuff that you would like to see in the future and like what they're working on, that they kind of like, they don't talk about that much. It's scarce. We don't see that much. And we would like to see them talk about it more, but they don't really do it that much. And the only time that we ever see a boost in information regarding a game mode or the game itself is with the Into the Vaults, but they don't really cover that much. And there really isn't that much, to my knowledge, with it when it comes to just the future of stuff and like what's being worked on, minus of course cheating and etc. We don't really see that much of a community, like person talking to the community about it. You know what I'm saying?
You've got to look at Bethesda's track record as well. With Wastelanders, which is pretty much the next big thing, it's the big next content addition. When you think about Wastelanders, you've got to treat it. Do you remember when Fallout 4 was launching? We didn't really know much about it. They barely spoke about it. They maybe did a few sort of demonstrations. But you've got to look at Wastelanders as a relaunch of 76. Because it is basically a relaunch of 76. It fundamentally changes the game in a lot of ways.
Breaks like the biggest promise of it,
Yeah, it's
another promise broken.
It's basically Fallout 76 to Electric Boogaloo, It's
but that's the thing though. With Fallout 4, I was kind of because I remember something specifically is how they showed people at QuakeCon some exclusive gameplay of some like legitimate full-on gameplay, and then they were leaking it on Pornhub and everything. And it's just the concept that's a single player game. We're in the MMO. This is basically a Fallout MMO. You're kind of working with a larger community. It's an online game.
See, I feel like with Wastelanders, they're going to try and like pull themselves away from the MMO elements a lot more. Because by the sound of with all this instancing and the likes, a lot of it sounded more to play out like a co-op sort of scenario-based thing than it is an MMO experience. Because I know for a fact I'm just going to play anytime I'm doing like story stuff. I'm going to be on my own private server because I don't want to see XX Phase Blaze 420 XX. Running around in a fucking clown suit, when hitting things with a body build. I want to just run around and I wouldn't even probably use legendary weapons. I just want to play it and enjoy it like a normal Fallout game.
Yeah.
And I'll probably, the first time I play it, I'll probably get, I'll find 3 other people and I'll be like, hey, do you want to just sit and like seclude ourselves off in a party and play in a private world so that we can just enjoy it,
Right.
Yeah, mid. We're gonna remake the Lying Locust one again. That day was good. I like that.
That was a chill day.
I was just like me and Ned just chilling.
Hunting that sheep's crotch.
So nuclear winter. I'm kidding.
I know. We kind of went off track.
It's good though. It's perfect.
But,
it's thought provoking.
It is thought provoking. So we're getting to roughly about 25-minute mark. So what I think we'll do is we'll take a quick break, and then when we come back, we'll just talk about recent Fallout stuff. recent news regarding the game, just shit like that. So yeah, we'll be right back. Take a little break from talking about Nuclear Winter, and we're going to talk about recent Fallout news and stuff. So I think probably to start, probably worth bringing up Nuclear Winter challenges. I feel kind of burned by it because I wasn't too bothered about getting it, but I can see why people are really pissed off about it. Because if imagine you were only like a few points away from getting said, the spooky skeleton outfit, which Price has.
I wouldn't know it would be like that. Oh, me, 200 EXP away.
You mean the clown hat?
The clown hat. Yeah.
Listen, listen. I don't want to hear you talk.
The target.
But
you mean the bullseye?
I did get what I want, which was the combat armor paint. I wanted to get everything up to there. I didn't care too much about it, but I was close, so I was like, might as well get it. But
does anyone have the combat armor paint? Like,
I do.
Hand? Do you have it at hand?
I have the helmet, not the actual armor.
Oh, that's kind of appropriate when your fire's playing on the radio, but obviously other people can't hear it.
But I can put it on a combat armor before, and we show it off at the end.
Yeah, we can give it a bash. We'll see how much time we've got and stuff. That was just in case anyone had it that we could kind of show it. I know I've got a bat rifle, but I can't really be bothered getting it out.
Yeah. I do like all the paints. They're actually, I like them.
The skeleton outfit was the only thing I enjoyed. I wish they added more costumes though.
Yeah, more costumes would have been a better choice. Or like at least masks.
The timing was a little off. This is probably my main concept of it. So,
yeah,
because during around Christmas time, we could have another one of these and get some wintry themes, but have it be a week before all the holidays start up, so we can actually use it during the holiday.
12 days of Christmas. Start at 12 days early. Add something new each day up until Christmas.
And a partridge and a pear tree is the first thing.
Yeah, I want literally a tree with a little partridge in it, a red partridge. Make it happen.
It's just a gigantic, hideous bird. It's like the size of a beach ball. It just looks at you.
It's just fine.
Eyes track you or something and then when you press the tree, just
kill me,
kill me. It would remind me of nothing. Get rad pears from it.
Rad pears? I'd like that. That'd be cool. With Christmas as well, I think it would be really cool to see the mailboxes that have been in the files for a while make an appearance. You can put something in, but you can't take stuff out.
Like a chimney. Yeah. I want them to kind of release that Christmas bundle, the Santa outfit, but just give me the beard.
Yeah, I didn't bother with the Christmas stuff last year. I wasn't too shook.
Too early for me at the time.
I wasn't into the game enough to justify buying it.
But now I get $16.50 a month.
With Fallout First available. But,
it's child support if Fallout 76 were my baby.
Yeah, more seasonal stuff. I think that's something we can all agree on. More seasonal stuff going forward. I want to see some cool Thanksgiving stuff for my camp. Let me have give us Thanksgiving play settings for a camp, or a table with a big giant radiated turkey on it or something.
No,
okay, hear me out. A turkey.
A blunderbuss weapon.
A turkey the size of Optimus Prime.
Jesus.
Is attacking the White Spring.
I have talked about it before, and I'll talk about it again. I want a rad turkey.
You're supposed to like protect the pardoned turkey at the White Spring.
That actually, I like that.
I actually like that one.
I don't like Craig. Do you know what we do? Like we pardon the turkey.
Blunderbuss weapons with different types of ammunition.
Can an Ibot follow it around and play Hail to the Chief?
Yeah.
Would they be able to have like native?
Nah, I was about to say I'd like pilgrim outfits for Duke of the Winter, but I was like, I don't know if they put in native outfits.
Well, talking about
they already have pilgrim outfits, didn't they? Though
they had a little like icon, I'm pretty sure. But...
Yeah, they did. They have a pilgrim icon. I don't know if they had an outfit, but
I think they did have an outfit.
That's really pretty surprising they didn't have an outfit, to be honest. I feel like that's something they would probably do.
I think it's because they were like, man, we need some native outfits, and it's like, what are you gonna do? Like post like a PvP?
The quest is gonna be like, since there's no turkeys in Appalachia, you're gonna grab all this other meat, and we're gonna mash it together like Play-Doh and make a turkey shaped object. And you're like, oh, okay.
We're gonna make a turducken.
Yeah, like
basically. Cranberry cobbler. Like, hey, hold up.
Apple pie.
You know, I still want a Grand's Thanksgiving. Imagine how wholesome it would be.
I was gonna ask, like, you want to host like a Thanksgiving event for all of us one night if we get the chance, like anywhere near, like, just ask you for like, hey, if you want to get on right now, we're giving out cranberry cobbler.
I guess the event takes place in the cranberry bog. It's just centered around cranberry. Like
through a Thanksgiving and all dressed as different factions.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I want all that Chinese. I want that Chinese stuff that was leaked.
On the subject of the Chinese stuff, so I think it's pretty much obvious the reason it kind of ties in with recent news and stuff. A lot of people have been complaining the App Store has been recycled stuff and it's been very empty. And I think it's pretty obvious the Chinese stuff was supposed to be in rotation for the past couple of weeks, but because of current affairs in the world, they've decided to not release it. Because think about it, that stuff has been in the files for a long time. It's been there since it's been long enough that 3 weeks maybe, 3 rotations it's been since.
I could see that being like the major minor reason why they won't release it. You know, it's kind of like one of the things where it's like, who's gonna care? It's not the China in the real world that we're portraying in Fallout. You know, but at the same time, it's kind of like people are gonna be their own way.
Yeah. No, it sounds really cool. I mean, what is it? I'll try and get some pictures up. Actually, that'd be a really good idea. I'll get some pictures up.
It centers around the spy lore, like that's in this with Mama Dolce's. And
I don't care if you just want to post it one at a time. I just want the Chinese assault rifle skin.
Yes, I'll make that pop up.
That's it.
It looks amazing. I'm not too keen on the color of it, but I'll take it.
It looks like you just took a bunch of library pieces and like put them over the.
What's the power armor called? I'll make that pop up.
The red shift.
The red
Is that actually what it's called?
It's gonna have its own like voice.
It's the communist. It's the communist
sounds.
When that launches, we need to have someone in the Liberty Prime Patriot armor fight it.
If there was a pointing emote or a pointing pose and everything, we would definitely do it.
Oh, we'll make it happen.
We'll make it happen.
It's official.
There's that ready
here first. Liberty Prime versus the Red Shift. Here first in Let's Talk.
I think it is called the Red Shift because it's symbolic to like them shifting people over and like rebel against the government. You know
that's gonna be like the Fortnite event.
The Protectron.
It's just gonna be Liberty Prime versus Communist Prime. I'll say that just for the hell of it.
I'll be really disappointed if the Chinese Protectron doesn't have Chinese voice lines.
It's supposed to have some voice lines that, you know how Liberators speak Chinese, quote unquote.
Yeah. I think what type of noises would the suit make? Stacks.
I'm talking about like Liberator noises, but I don't want to like make fun of it because it's kind of messed up.
I don't want to
like Liberator noises, and the subtitles are like angry Chinese noises, basically. Speaking Chinese. And it's like Liberators don't actually speak Chinese; they make the noises.
Yeah.
It's like that's all they do. They don't actually speak Chinese. But yeah, the Red Shift's gonna have some stuff like that. It's gonna be pretty interesting because I like the way the Liberator Problem does that kind of stuff. You know? It's like you can just be passive wearing and your communist invaders detected it. It's a mole right from around the corner.
There's the cool the backpack and the outfit as well. It's a spy outfit.
Yeah.
I wonder if that will be related to some future content.
What did the backpack look like? I didn't see the backpack.
It's the the Keep Out backpack.
Yes.
It's that, but done like in a Chinese way. I'll put a picture up of it.
So the one I'm wearing, but with like Chinese print.
Yeah, Chinese print. It's like instead of a Keep Out box, it's like a Chinese ammo box sort of thing. It's kind of cool. So other recent news, there's the whole thing about the guy, that map maker guy. I don't really know the specifics of it, but he reported a bug, but he used the cheat engine to get it or something like that, and then he got banned. But and then Bethesda came out recently with the statement saying, yeah, he was banned for 3 days while we investigated, but he's unbanned now. And I think that's one of these things, how quick people were to jump on the bandwagon and just assume.
Rage culture.
Mm-hmm.
You want to be a part of that. Be like, yeah, I knew that from the very beginning. I followed that news before it was popular. Yeah.
What the people getting banned?
People saying that like they are quick to really come after them.
Yeah, because quick to jump on the hate train. I guess it's just people like getting railed up. It's kind of the culture we live in nowadays in multiple ways. People like a reason to get railed up.
Yeah.
I think that'll wrap it up for the news section. When we come back, we'll just be talking about our general experience with Fallout 7 Nuclear Winter. We'll talk about our favourite moments, highlights, just stupid stories. Just a time to reminisce. So we'll be right back. Alright, so we're back. We're just going to have a quick little segment talking about, some of our favourite highlights from playing Nuclear Winter and stuff like that. And then we'll play a game of Nuclear Winter and hopefully win. If not, fuck it. We'll probably lose. See, I've jinxed it.
Win.
So, yeah. I want to hear from you guys. What's your favourite moments, some highlights, stuff, little stories from Nuclear Winter you'd like to talk about?
Yesterday we were playing Nuclear Winter, and I keep hitting my knees and I keep kicking my legs forward. Anyway, off topic. That was way off topic. We're playing Nuclear Winter, and like it was me, Stacks, and Craig here, and we're sitting here and we're fighting, and Stacks and Craig die along with Gear or Convict. I can't remember who we were playing with. Who was the third person? I think it was Lord as well. But anyway. I kill 8 people, and I managed to get the briefcase off the ground and get a lucky nuke code. The circle was the size of a grape, and there was like 3 people left. So I just went ahead and just detonated the nuke and got the extra 2 kills.
And you denied them the win as well because it was a stalemate, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's a stalemate.
Oh, this guy's
you can't win. You make sure that somebody else can't win.
Probably one of my favourite things that we ever done was the Toilet Forest.
Toilet Forest is like a classic. Like, this is old Flatwood map. Road right across from the bridge near the overseas camp. Smack it down. Put a billboard and about a couple dozen toilets.
The funny thing, it was watching one of the Bethesda panels. It was one of the developers said they'd done it, and I was like, that sounds kind of fun. And I was like, let's do it. Toilet Force.
That's why like this game is so much different. You know, like it's not a battle royale. It's not. I don't think no battle royale is exactly like, you know. This is really just like very far off. Like it feels like Fallout because you don't even have to fight. you can do it very well. Like you can be pretty decent at it if you just do what you want to do. You got time. It's not like terribly fast paced.
Yeah, it still caters to that feeling of freedom and choice that Fallout has. You know, you can make your build the way you want it. You know, if you want to play stealthy, play stealthy. If you want to go deep, go deep.
Yeah, I mean, even in the new nuclear map, Morgantown, I've done a strategy where I place my camp hidden in a bush or something, and I put a very I choose a very fitting place to put a portable toilet, like the protest area with the tents, and I put them there, and I see if anybody's going to hit me. And it's rare to see anybody hit me because usually when they run past the area, they can't get out of it. There's not much loot there. They don't really look around. It's pretty funny just to pop out, try to get a kill or something.
I know.
Yeah, it's like hiding in plain sight, like with what I do with my bookshelves. I go against the cliff, I put bookshelves up, and people just run by all the time because it's brown on brown. No one's going to pay attention.
Another thing with the toilet forest, I've noticed that sometimes, often, it's actually pretty often, somehow I'll walk up to us, they'll look at the forest and they'll, nah.
I'm not dealing with that today. Yeah. There's been a couple of times I've done it. People ran over and just opened the door and got inside. I was like, really? This dude's hiding in the mountain toilet forest?
We can exploit. We can use photo mode.
Yeah.
We can use photo mode to look. It's funny. It's a whole lot less scary though. I like to kind of have flashbacks to the horrors when somebody opens it up and it's two men looking at me, one in power armor, one with a bear head on.
Some of my favourite memories are Nuclear Winter, and it's when you spawn on New Gorge Bridge, but the fire starts coming, and you're running across the bridge. The fire's coming, and then there's another team at the end of the bridge. I missed that shit.
I've seen them. Yeah, there's just something about like the spawning on River and Gorge never worked for me, but it worked for everybody else. I either fall off or I spawn at the bottom. Oh yeah, I love it.
Just the stupid shit you used to be able to do in the other map as well. Like, I remember one of my favourite tactics was to have power armor and just stay on the bridge as long as I could, and then drop off.
Super fair landing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a valid tactic. There was one game me and Convict played, I remember, and we won the game because the last two people were up on the bridge and we watched them all just jump off like lemons in the final circle because they were trapped.
I can fly.
Literally a full team of four just leapt off the bridge and just slammed into the ground. I was like, oh well.
Oh man.
That kind of reminds me. So I was doing Nuclear Winter and you guys got on and was like, yeah, I want to do some Nuclear Winter with you. So I dropped all my stuff to my team. I turned around, looked at them. I did the salute emote, and I jumped backwards off of a cliff and killed myself.
Oh man, it's like looking at Dan's death. He's like, man, I never thanked you for saving my life. I never thanked you for being my teammate. And they just jump. And I love like this Nuclear Winter. It's usually fun, you know. It's just like you don't even have to play aggressive. You don't even have to play to win. You might get a win sometimes. I can note just like a couple of days ago, there was a moment where you and Convict died, and at that point, that's when me and Gil were left. I had a handmaid, and I said, you know, all bets are off now. Like we don't have any pressure on us. We don't even have to win. They can't talk trash to us if we lose badly. And I killed the guy next. Poor farmer. He had a farmer's hat on, like a nice straw hat. He also had a nuclear briefcase. At that point, I already had two. How do I say? Two codes. I kept moving on, trying to kill as many NPCs as I could, as many like creatures as I could. I ended up having to go into the storm to pass a rock. Me and Gear both had to. The mongrel on the outside of that, on that border, was the thing I needed. The nuke ended. I got to drop the nuke. It didn't kill the person. I managed to kill the person before the nuke impacted because they were running from it.
Huh.
It was probably like one of the better wins that I've had. Like the better actual finishing wins. Most impressive in that part.
I think
that just sounds like the Chuck Norris joke. Threw a grenade, killed 10 people, grenade blew up. Launch a nuke, kill the person, nuke dropped.
Yeah, man. After that, I felt like I could rule the world. Then
nukes are a good feeling. It does feel good just to launch a nuke, and I don't even get sad if I only get like one kill with it. It's just like, yeah, I just nuked someone.
Yeah, it's kind of like if you end the game with like the last nuke and you have to get off or something, like is like you wake up in the morning and you like this like after that morning after feeling of the win. After that, I was like, man, I kissed excellence. As famous with the audience. So.
Like that game last week, which we did when we tried to record the episode and then the audio didn't record. That match last week was amazing. Like we won, and just the kills and the call-outs, it was just all so good. I think it's probably one of my favourite matches.
Flowing like water. Yeah. Right. Another one, like when we recorded last week. Yeah, last week with the mishap that happened. It's kind of unfortunate, but it was a really good game too. I think you ended up blue screening in Mama Dolce's, which happened to me too. I think it's kind of a common blue screen there when you loot the lower half of that building. It's probably something that we could fix easily. But I just remember there was a time where the random teammate that we had went down. Craig, you were shooting at the guy. The guy had frog legs, and I had a missile launcher that I picked up off of the Crafting Monster. Plenty of missiles. So at that point, I was like, you know what? Forget it. I could see him from a rock face. We were at the edge of the Grafton Dam where the river flows out. And I jumped off the rock. And the rock wasn't so high as to a point where I'd take falling damage. But I fired as I jumped. Managed to actually knock the guy down, and I landed right next to I ran him to revive him. And about a minute and a half later, we found the last guy that was still lingering around behind a rock, trying to make it last.
Yeah. I think he was doing the Big Daddy technique because he was in power armor and standing in the river for a while. So
this is dangerous information that I'm giving out. Nah, I'm kidding. Nah. See, that's another one of those things. It's like it's a tactic, you know. It doesn't seem like it's not a conventional tactic. Well, it's a tactic.
Yeah,
it's a tactic. It works. This is a common theme. It just works.
I can't think. I'm trying to think of other sort of highlights. The church in Flatwoods. That one time where we kept managing to stay in the circle and we'd fortify.
You have you had some weapon. You were on the bottom floor. I was in the balcony up top with a combat shotgun and a radium rifle.
And we had
it worked so long.
And we just kept putting mines at the front door and shit. It was just
kept dropping mines. I mean, like there was some ones.
I remember now.
Orange and blue bags.
I just remembered. Remember when me and you died? And Convict placed the mine down?
Oh, yeah. And the guy jumped down and landed right on it. Oh,
yeah.
So good. And he didn't even mean it. Convict had mined because he was hiding in that little building. And he'd put a mine at the door. And the guy shot at us, killed me. And then when someone jumped up to kill him, he jumped off the roof. And he just conveniently landed on Convict's mine and died. It was fantastic.
That was good.
Just some of the stupid stuff that happens, like just by sheer chance. I remember once I was like, fuck, I don't want these Molotovs, and I threw it in a bush, and it fucking set a guy on fire, and he sprinted out on fire. I was like, alright, okay, so there was a guy in there.
Bush with you? Yeah, I've had some good. I think the only grenade that I've actually successfully killed someone with is a Molotov. That was with a friend of ours, Fluffy, when we played. After you died, we actually ended up. I just threw it. I was like, it's about random chance. The grenades are just like, the old saying, close doesn't matter unless it's for using hand grenades. It's one of those things where you just kind of throw it, and if it works, it works.
I'm telling you, man.
If it doesn't, Just
Yeah.
drop some weight.
The double radius of grenades is fucking amazing. Especially in nuclear winter. Throwing pumpkin grenades, double radius, yes.
I've gotten pumpkin grenade kills plenty of times.
Plasma grenades are lethal as well. Same with nuke grenades. Throwing a nuke grenade with the double radius perk card on is nasty.
I've thrown a pumpkin grenade into a building and gotten 3 kills at one point, Jer. The tavern, the bar that we had a fight in, probably I think yesterday or 2 days ago. I know that happened. That happened when we were fighting. That was the same bar like a few weeks ago when I was just playing around with another friend, the dude. And I just threw a pumpkin grenade in there, got 3 kills because they were all hiding behind the bar table.
Yeah, that was awesome when we cornered that team in the bar.
Yeah. Feel like I was going dark. Bravo 6, baby. Yeah. There's a lot of good things that came from the kill winner, though. I mean, that's what I'm saying. When I look back on it, it's like, do I really like this game? And then I think about all the things that have happened. And I'm like, yeah, I got my money's in.
I mean, that's the way I look at it. So, what I think we'll do is we'll round it off there, and we'll play around the nuclear winter. If you guys are all game,
I'm game.
I'm game.
We might win, we might lose. We'll probably lose, but we'll be right back, and hopefully in a lobby.
Howdy. Oh no! Hey, everybody, come meet my girlfriend. Everybody, come look at my girlfriend.
Oh my god. Zach, no. Zach, what? Wait. Crack.
I really want to see this.
This is my Fallout 76 girlfriend. Look,
God.
look.
Mrs.
She's
Sex.
doing poses. Hold up. We're gonna do poses
What the
together.
fuck? I hate everything about what's happening right now.
I love you. Oh no. Oh no.
Where are we spotting, boys? Portside? It's gotta be Portside.
Where else?
Ram ranch for Vault 51. It's me.
Kill
It's
him,
beautiful
Craig.
work mostly. 18 happy Vault toys at a slumber party. 18 happy things at a slumber party. Perfectly timing the crab rig on me.
That was an expected outcome. It worked for too long. That was the last member of a squad. Continue to root for her.
I fell into a burning ring of fire. It went down, 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 and the flames went higher. Burn, the ring of fire, the ring of fire. The taste of love is sweet. When hearts
Well,
like ours
that
beat.
was a mess. But they will
I
execute
fell
the
for
mess.
you just like a child.
Very good.
Let's just use footage from last week.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
But the fire was wild. I fell into a burning fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went high. Burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. It went down, 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 and the flames went high. Burns, burns.
Congratulations, Captain.